yeah, y'all leave Megumi alone. I would say his dad works for Microsoft or something to scare y'all, but we know his dad don't work for anyway. Honestly, how do we know that Megumi is actually paying attention to what's happening? You know what I'm saying? What if he chose not to look at what's going on? We don't know the circumstances of how that all played out. We don't know if he is automatically aware of what happens in the moment or if he can look away from it. We see him pop up at the end of the Yuji Yuta Sukuna fight. I also have something to say about that all the people say he sold out from that point and everything going forward is his fault. I'd like y'all to realize that Yuji never said one word to Megumi directly. We see Yuji cock back and say wake up Fushiguro. When he throws the punch, it lands. Then that's when we see Yuji, and the narrator is the one who brings up Yuta and Yuji's plan would have worked, but Megumi is already giving up his will to live. He's drowning in the abyss with the loss of his sister. He's too deep in to know what's going on. Mind you, the whole point of the bath was to sink Megumi's soul closer to evil. When Sukuna got out the bath, he mentions that he's going to go over there so he can drive Megumi further and strengthen his connection. So it was important for that to happen, and we don't know the circumstances, what all this entails of the bath, him driving Megumi closer to evil, which we'll touch on that. We don't know Megumi's mental state. We don't know what he's capable of knowing. We have no knowledge on that. So acting like he's even aware of what's going on outside and saying that he's the reason for all this or he's a bum, I think is disingenuous. Never once did Yuji actually talk to Megumi. The narrator was doing all the talking, and then it was interrupted instantly by getting cut by an amped dismantle. I don't blame Yuji for that. I don't blame anyone for that. The truth is, it was a split second he saw Fushiguro, and Fushiguro was the one that was down in the dumps. All Megumi said was, I've had enough. That's it. Let's not act like Yuji didn't lose his will to live in Shibuya. Mahito won. If Todo didn't step in then, and mind you, Todo had time to give a speech, he said a poem, he did all these shenanigans when Yuji just didn't have this time to do the same thing for Megumi. This isn't a loss for either character. Megumi is just had enough. Do you blame him with everything going on? There's also this panel where Yuji says, I'll shake Fushiguro's soul awake. So if it's laying dormant and not aware of anything, like asleep, it just plays into him not knowing what's going on. I just think y'all are doing my boy dirty. I get it, you don't like it, which is fine, you ain't gotta like him, but just calling the man a flop, or fail, like, it's just disingenuous. And plus, my man is gonna come back and he's gonna cook, and y'all stay on that side because that character development is gonna be insane for Megumi. There's one theory that I always shut down and just completely don't subscribe to, and that's that Megumi would be the final villain. He becomes evil and starts the merger. I kind of realized that the whole point of that bath was to draw his soul, draw him closer to evil. With Angel being concerned with Gojo's mental state when he got out of the prison realm, what about Megumi's mental state? Remember, Sumiki was everything to Megumi. That's his only family, that's his only tether to the world, really. Then takes on the burden of those 5 unlimited voids, which was like 6 minutes and some change, I think. One of you lovely commenters will correct me, I'm sure. Those unlimited void hits may just serve the purpose of being the world's worst alarm clock for Megumi. He may have been drowning in the abyss and became aware again through the unlimited void hit just to witness his sensei, his adopted father wearing his biological father's clothes, getting split in half. And from that point forward, I don't think he is aware of what's going on. He's so far sunken down. He went through a great deal of emotional trauma, along with the burden of Gojo's biggest move. Essentially, he got hit with a info dump truck. The point is, he's not talking to Yuji, he's not looking at Yuji, he is staring into the abyss. And when you stare into the abyss, it stares back. When he does get back control, How do we know his mental state will be right? His mental state when they actually reach him, he might think that Sukuna has won, and the only way to get revenge is to start the merger, so he does. That's the only way I can see that happening, but like I said, I still don't believe it's gonna happen. I fully believe Megumi will come back and save the day, actually. If you've ever watched anything with my theory videos, you know my accuracy is dog shit. So yeah, y'all leave Megumi alone. I would say his dad works for Microsoft or something to scare y'all, but we know his dad don't work for shit anyway. Thanks for staying for the whole video. Remember, stay normie, stay weeb, shit even in between is fine. Until next time, peace.